morning, everyone, and welcome to the standing meeting of the Clean Pittsburgh Commission on March 10th, 2022. My name is Lori Beth Jones. I am a resident of Crafton Heights and the co-chair of the Clean Pittsburgh Commission. We'll go through and have introductions of our commission members and guests that are here with us today, starting with my co-chair, Christopher Mitchell.
Hi, everybody. Chris Mitchell, anti-litter specialist for Department of Public Works and co-chair of the Clean Pittsburgh Commission, and I will turn it over to Amaye.
Hi, everybody. My name is Amaye Kweli. I'm a recycling specialist with the City of Pittsburgh Environmental Services. Hi. Myrna?
Good morning. I'm Myrna Newman. I'm the Executive Director of Allegheny Clean Waste. Sally?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Sally Stadelman. I am Chief of Staff of Councilman Bobby Wilson's office. I'll popcorn to Erin Tobin.
Good morning, everybody. Erin Tobin, Community Engagement Manager at the Pittsburgh Parks Conservancy and resident of District 1 in Spring Hill on the north side. Popcorn, Emily Bourne.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emily Bourne. I am the communications specialist for the Department of Public Works, as well as the Department of Mobility and Infrastructure. I live in Bloomfield Shadyside. I will go ahead and send on over to Erica.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Erica Young. I work for Waste Management, doing public affairs in Western Pennsylvania and West Virginia. I'm also secretary for the CPC, and I'll pop it to the other Erica.
Hi, everyone. I'm Erica Ninos. I use she, her pronouns. I am the sustainability coordinator for the University of Pittsburgh in the Division of Student Affairs, and I will popcorn it to Becca.
Hi, everyone. Becca Simon here. I'm the project manager, policy and land stewardship at Grounded Strategies, and I live in Garfield, and I'll popcorn to Sarah Shea.
Hey everybody, I'm Sarah Shea, Deputy Director at Pennsylvania Resources Council and kind of co-treasurer with Afton on the CPC. Let's see, who has not? Did Alexander? Did you go?
I think Alexander is with broadcasting with the city. I could be incorrect about that though. I'm really good at calling on our back of house staff, so I want to.
I don't know if there's any. Is there anybody that didn't go yet?
I think we got everybody.
Right.
Awesome. Good work on the popcorn, everyone. We'll just continue to move right along through all of the windows that are open on my computer. And I will go ahead and read the mission of the Clean Pittsburgh Commission to start our meeting today. The Clean Pittsburgh Commission will act as the primary resource for addressing quality of life issues in Pittsburgh's communities through waste and recycling education, community cleanups, beautification, and ordinance enforcement. We will coordinate communication to empower community organizations to maintain and improve neighborhood environments. We maintain strong communication with city departments and officials for support in addressing neighborhood problems. We facilitate collaboration between community groups, residents, and city government to reach the most effective solutions to neighborhood problems within our scope. We will coordinate with local volunteer organizations and groups to support neighborhood cleanups. We use funds to address neighborhood problems on a citywide basis, and we work cooperatively towards the goal of zero waste in the city of Pittsburgh. So that is agenda item number 1, everyone. Good job. Very well done. Moving on, the agenda for today's meeting is linked in the calendar invitation all the way down at the bottom. If you scroll past everyone's name, it is there. Hopefully you've had an opportunity to review that. And we'd just like to go ahead and have that approved so we can move forward with our meeting.
Do you need a motion? Is that what we're waiting for?
I I do. It looked like some people were actually looking at it. So I was like, oh, wait just a second. But yes, thank you, Sally, if you so move.
Sarah Shea, second.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Erica Young, for sending out our meeting minutes from our February meeting there a couple of days ago. Hopefully everyone has had an opportunity to take a look at those, and I will kick that over to Erica.
Morning, everyone. Do we have a motion to approve the meeting minutes from our February 10th meeting?
Motion to approve the meeting minutes.
I'll second.
I'm sorry, who was seconding?
Amma, yeah.
Hi, thank you, Emma. Any opposed? All right, motion.
Sorry, did you say they were sent in an email?
They were sent in an email and they are attached to the meeting invite. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a link for them.
Oh, thanks.
Yep.
Okay, so we're good there, right? My only other note that is not on the agenda that I want to just kick out to everyone is if you received an email recently from Mayor Gainey's office from Pamela Collier to set up a meeting with Mayor Gainey to review your appointment to this commission upon which we serve at the mayor's behest, appointment, etc. That is a legitimate email. So please, if you could go ahead and respond as directed in that email with your resume or CV to Philip, and to schedule that meeting with Lori from Mayor Gainey's office. I think they're a couple months out and actually scheduling the sit downs. The time that I was offered is in the beginning of May. So just know that that is real thing that is happening. It's very like a form letter. You could go right past it or it could go in your spam. So take a look for that. And if you have any questions about that, let us know. But moving right along. Oh, this is so exciting. We're introducing Emily Bourne of Legend and Myth, the new communications specialist at DPW and DOMI. So I will hand it over to Chris and Emily. Thank you so much.
We're excited to have Emily on. She's going to be taking on some work for the Clean Pittsburgh Commission. Notably first will be the Clean Pittsburgh newsletter. We'll work together to hand that off to her. So she'll be attending these meetings. We'll get her confirmed as an actual member, and she'll be DPW representative since I've moved more closely over to environmental services since I've began my term on the CPC. So she's her role is a lot bigger in the city than probably we imagined it even about a year ago. It's ballooned upwards and upwards. So she has a lot on her plate, but we're very happy to work with her. And I'll turn it over to Emily to tell us more about what she's up to.
Hey everyone, I'm super excited to be here. Thanks for the warm welcome. Yes, as Chris said, I am managing all of the primarily external communications for both DPW and DOMI. So right now, as you guys can all imagine, that has a lot to do with crises, press releases surrounding bridges and infrastructure in the city, but it also entails a lot of social media, website content, just press inquiries, things like that. And then obviously, however I can help support the work that you guys do and helping Chris take over the newsletter, and obviously whatever other communications needs I can assist with.
Excellent. Any questions for Emily, or I think maybe Emily and Aaron Tobin can work together about how we want to form our communications strategy out of the Clean Pittsburgh Commission. We still have a few irons in the fire here and there and here and there. Maybe having something a little bit more concrete of who's handling what will be helpful going forward. So yeah, we'll have some more conversations about that off these meetings, and report back of what we're actually going to be doing and what everyone's going to be responsible for. But for now, we can move on. Thank you so much, Emily.
Thank you.
I'm excited to be here.
Okay. Our next agenda item is regarding our neighborhood of focus, which is ESPlin here in District 2 at West Carson Street. And we have an event scheduled there for March 19th. And Sarah and Myrna will give us an update on what that will entail.
Okay. Sarah, I'll start and then you can take over from there. We're going to be doing a dumpster day and collection event, electronics collection event. Allegheny Cleanways will have a dumpster available for people to clean out their basement, their garages, whatever, and just from ESPlin, dump it in the dumpster. We also are offering the service of coming to their house to pick things up if they don't have the a truck to haul something. We can come and pick it up. They just need to place it outside their home, and we'll pretty much take anything, including some tires. There are some restrictions, things that can't go to a landfill normally, refrigerators, anything with Freon, they're listed. I guess this weekend we'll be doing a door hanger. We'll be going door to door and hanging notifications on all of the doors so everyone knows what's happening and can be prepared. Sarah, you wanted to tell about the electronics piece?
Yeah, sure. So PRC is going to be there collecting electronics from residents of ESPlin. Allegheny Cleanways has generously provided the option for folks to have pickup of their electronics if they don't have a vehicle to bring it to the location, which is great. Through community development block grant funding and CPC funding, we're able to subsidize the cost. So it's free to the residents of ESPlin. Chris has done an awesome job at creating a flyer that's going to hand out to get people register. A registration will be required for folks to participate in it. And I think thanks to Myrna and Cleanways for pulling together the online registration stuff. And then PRC is going to be handling any phone calls that come in to get folks registered for that. So yeah, it's exciting to see us back in the neighborhood. And I think it's just it's an awesome collaboration of different partners on the CPC and seeing something, come to fruition. So it's awesome. I had a question about the distribution of the flyers. Do you guys need people out there, or when was that happening? That part I wasn't sure about.
I was going to bring that exactly up because I think the plan was going to be, we were just going to have a little cleanup this weekend. As we're doing a litter cleanup, we put these on all the houses. There aren't that many there. We purposely chose a small neighborhood this year to work with. But it looks like Saturday we're going to probably get a lot of snow. So we probably need to come up with a better plan of distributing these. There are around about 100 occupied homes in ESPlin, so it won't be that massive of a task to pass these out. We just have to come up with a plan to get these out there this weekend. And I don't know if we've finalized that now. But I'll have the door hangers ready if we have any volunteers who wants to spend maybe Sunday passing them out or something like that.
Yeah, let us know, and we could even I don't know really how long it would take for 100 houses, but we're happy to divide and conquer too. I can come snag some, or just for whatever works, because I can run over there. We could even break it up depending on
and even into Monday, I think we could as well.
Yeah, that's true.
I see Erin with her hand up.
Yeah, did you say you had a date, a time set for meeting? or is that being worked out right now? Because if you do, I can share. I have another event this weekend, but I can share it with my interns who are very good at putting up door hangers. Something they do very regularly.
That sounds like good intern work. Yeah, we were, the collection is the weekend after this weekend, so 2 weekends from now. If we can get it out this weekend, the sooner the better. So we're not giving people like 3 days notice. Do you think that's something your interns would be able to pull off, maybe Saturday or even Monday at the latest?
Yeah, let's. I wasn't sure if there was a plan to meet somewhere and divide and conquer. So if we don't decide on that, Chris, let's connect afterwards and I can get them to them. And I think that they can do it the next week.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll talk afterwards. I think the only thing is I have the actual physical door hangers to hand off to whoever's ready to do it, but I think interns is an excellent idea. Thank you, Erin.
Just one last thing to say about this is that this is something we've been wanting to do for a while. And in fact, the previous Mayor Peduto, was really excited about the opportunity to pilot something like this, and was hoping that the funding initially that was provided would that we initially asked for, I should say, was to do something like this. So it's been really great. So yeah, it's kind of exciting to finally be able to, and hopefully it will work well, and it'll be something that we'll be able to do in the future. The electronics collection has happened with every neighborhood of focus, I believe, or many of them. I know that PRC has done that. The dumpster day is the new addition, and we're hoping that we can continue that.
Yeah, I think I've heard not only from Mayor Peduto, but many people in the history of talking to people about trash will always bring up, why don't you just drop off a dumpster somewhere? And it's always like, oh, that I think there's a lot of value in that, but you have to watch what goes in there. So having something like this structured, manned, and with a great team like we've got here, and partners like we're going to have at the Sons of God Ministry at 200 Tabor in ESPlin, will help us to actually achieve this. So I'm very excited too. Thank you, Myrna.
Thank you, everyone. Obviously, I live over here, so I can go to ESPlin whenever you say. Just let me know. I'll be there. All right. Sarah Shea. Up next, we have our Finance Committee update. And so, oh no, there you are. Ta-da!
So I'm pulled up. We had a meeting, I can't remember, last week or a little bit ago. I know I had to jump off of it, so I think I heard the end of it. But one of the big things that we were talking about, and I can share out, because I don't think you can, I can share my screen if we want to look at the budget. I don't know if that's available. Let me see if I can do that and see if folks can see it.
I think it's set so anybody can share.
Okay,
so.
Let me try. All right, can people see that? Yes. Okay, all right. So right now, I mean, this is what we have set, what we've approved, the commission has approved thus far. Mainly a lot relates to the ESPlin event that's going to happen next weekend. And then some of the other things, on the table include support in the past that we've done for the Garbage Olympics, payment for city surveillance cameras. The one thing that came up in the conversation that we had in regards to the budget was the Litterati license, and seeing that it's going to double this year, or I guess it would be for next year, it will, for double. And is that something that the CPC wants to take on? Do we want to take on part of it? It would be a third of our budget. And so I don't know, Chris, I think you guys had a call with the Litterati folks last Friday. I don't know if anything new was discussed then, but.
I was able to talk to Litterati. I think it was this week or last week or it's all blending together. But so when we talked, we have right now the city license that they've sort of standardized. When we first started with them, they didn't have the sort of standardization of what a account would look like for cities and things like that. And so the one we have now has the city of Pittsburgh as a main account, and then all the other organizations underneath as these sub accounts that Allegheny Cleanways can use and all this other organizations. In the past year, most of our challenges have come out of the city account. I think there's a lot of interest in more organizations using them, but just never found the time or the right use for it for their organizations. So what Litterati talked about last week was that there is another type of account that would just be, it would just be one overarching city of Pittsburgh one without all the sub accounts. And we could still use this account to create challenges specifically for Allegheny Cleanways and all these other organizations who may want to use it for their specific needs. We could just do it the same way we're doing now without it coming directly from, the only thing that would change would be the name of the organization that's hosting the challenge. That would be the only real difference. And they said that this type of account would only cost $6,000. And I said, that's a much easier lift. And then they came back to me the next day and said, you know what, we've enjoyed working with the city of Pittsburgh so much. We've loved the press that have come out of our partnership, that they said they'd want to do 5,000. So it comes in underneath our RFP limit to make things a lot easier on us and just keep rolling like we're doing, because they're so proud of the participation and all the work that the city of Pittsburgh has done with it. So it looks like we can keep that $5,000, not have to go through RFP and just do all the great work that everybody is doing. So I'm very excited about that.
That sounds great. Yeah, and I know that, and it might just been our focus at PRC that we had an account and we have not utilized it whatsoever. And so if that, I don't know if that affects any other organizations or would affect any other organizations. Myrna, do you guys use it?
We've used it a little, but I don't think I think we can continue using it the way we've been using it. We can continue under the Clean Pittsburgh Commission. That's not a problem. And it probably does make more sense if at some point we want to use it more, or we are starting to use it more. I think then it makes sense for us to pay for it, to put in the money that would require that additional lift. I do think that we should think about, and maybe not this year, but those of us who are using it could still contribute even, at the $5,000 level. I'm not sure how that works exactly. And Chris, I can talk to, or those of us who are using it can maybe have a meeting about that. But we've been talking about that for a number of years. And I think, if we're using the service, we should be contributing to it in some way.
Erin, did you have yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, I agree with Myrna. The Parks Conservancy did not use it as much as I had hoped. I think for us, it was a capacity issue getting around to it and getting people to understand the app and then utilize it. I think, Chris, that's fabulous news that they came back with that a little bit of discount. And I think that makes a lot of sense for us to have it just be under City of Pittsburgh, because all the stuff that we're directing people to the volunteer permit form, and all that we're doing is, is in city, parks. So I think it makes perfect sense for us for that. Is it possible to get it incorporated into the DPW permit for clean? Is it a link to it on there that people can, hey, thanks for signing up to do a cleanup. If you're interested, we're asking people to utilize this app while they're doing it so we can track how, just a thought.
Yeah, we do have now links on the webpage for the volunteer applications along with the onboarding document and things like that. We do want to have those a little bit more prominent going forward. Something new things we're going to be trying with Litterati this year is last year we had very calendar based events. I felt like it was, Martin Luther King Day of service, or, it's spring, it's this day, it's that day. We're working with a Pitt marketing class right now to come up with some more, I want to say, like outcomes based service challenges to really see what activates people instead of just shouting out into the void, hey, it's spring, let's clean up litter using this app. What sort of challenges can we put forward that's maybe longer term, not by the calendar, but what people want to get out of it. So I think we have a lot of interesting opportunities going forward with Litterati this year.
So I think the other items so far that we've categorized on the budget include $2,000 towards the Garbage Olympics, now $5,000 towards Litterati, and then another $5,000 towards the surveillance cameras. I don't know if those are things that the CPC wants to vote to approve, and we'll add those to the approved amounts in the budget. And then there will be, we're remaining, I have to look now, I just probably took it down. Let's see, like I think 13,000 remaining in the budget that will, if those were approved. And some of the things we discussed that might come up is when the new e-waste recycling contract is signed in that program, do we want to do subsidies there? Pick up PGH, is there additional work like on the end of that contract that could be extended? So those are things that we can maybe discuss later, but I don't know if anybody would be comfortable, or Chris or Lori Beth would be comfortable making a motion for approving those items as they currently stand in the budget.
Before we approve these sort of things that are a little less defined, do we need to add any more to the ESPlin one for the dumpster? Because originally we wanted the city to provide that, but we're having a hard time getting our vendor, so we've had to go through your guys' dumpster guys. So do we want to add that to our ESPlin collection event budget?
The amount was $562. But I will say that if a lot of it's going to depend on how many people register. We might not need to use the whole $1,200 because if we only need that's using 4 staff members. So if we don't need that many, that will reduce our costs. And, a lot of things play into that. So we might be able to cover the cost, but it would be $562 if we can't.
So in adding that to the neighborhood of focus, 5,000 for city surveillance cameras, 2,000 towards Garbage Olympics, and 5,000 towards Litterati license. And we may end up with the additional e-waste subsidy. We capped it at 2,500, depending on, like Myrna said, how many people register for the e-waste and what they bring. PRC is bringing about 2,000 through CDBG. And so that there might be leftover from that as well, but we'll have to wait and see.
It's nice to vote on our top of what it may cost, and then if it costs less than that, that's a happy thing that doesn't require a vote afterwards. So if specifically we voted on the ballot bins, if we can get one for the full neighborhood of focus and it costs less later on, excellent. And then I think I've been meaning to get a sort of itemized list of what our city surveillance cameras are covering, so that it's not just a blanket $5,000. We can look at a little bit more closely before a vote. I think would be, prudent.
Okay.
So I will work to have that for vote by next meeting. How about that?
So would we just look to want to vote on the additional dumpster cost? And I don't know if you want to do Garbage Olympics or Litterati now or not.
Yeah, why not? Sounds great.
So is there a motion to approve?
Hey, Sarah, can I ask a quick question? Did we, whatever happened to the?
Sure, just ask.
Oh, not Siri. Sarah. What happened to the program we were doing last year where we were paying residents directly for litter cleanup? Maybe I've just missed, there was an update at a past meeting or something, but where does that stand? Is that coming back this year? Did that get stuck?
That's pickup PGH.
Yeah.
Yes. That is Pickup PGH. That is a program I believe all involved departments would like to see continue, and also one that we have been discussing via email, Chris and I and Alicia and some other folks to get at least part of that moved into possibly the DPW budget for long-term support.
Okay, great.
So right now, we just don't know what it's going to cost the commission versus anyone else, but I think there is a plan to continue that, possibly also under the gold program. And Chris, please correct me if I got any of those things incorrect.
No, that sounds right. Alicia was the champion of Pickup PGH, pushing it through, getting a contract and making sure everything was on the up and up. And when we got questions about, all right, what about next year for Pickup PGH? We said, we'll have to ask Alicia where that's at. So there is talks about what we can do with that if we can get that covered by the city proper instead of coming out of our budget, because it is, going to be have oversight from the city, so it might as well come from the city's budget proper. So we'll have updates on that. I am going to ask Alicia specifically to join one of our upcoming meetings and talk about the future of Pickup PGH and what she'd like to see out of the city and more on that.
Okay, so is the plan that we would allocate the remaining $12,000 to Pickup PGH? And would we want to do that now anyway, just so it's there?
There's also the program that we started with Stop the Violence, about doing something about maintaining vacant lots, that we have been in talks with them. We're looking at options, but haven't come away with a clear plan yet. So I think we've got 3 things on there that don't have clear budgets yet, and I imagine the $12,000 will be allocated between the 3 of those: the e-waste subsidies, Stop the Violence, and Pickup PGH.
Gotcha. Okay, that sounds good to me. Well, I'm definitely comfortable with this budget and ready to vote on it.
Does anyone else have any questions? I think we'll go ahead and maybe at this time vote to approve the dumpster and the garbage Olympics line item and some of these other things. I'm comfortable voting on Litterati, but if a lot of other people are not, I think we can hold that for a moment, but we definitely should approve the dumpster, because of course we were hoping to not have to pay that out of pocket, but we can and we will.
So motion to approve the 2022 budget. Ready?
We're going to approve the dumpster, garbage Olympics, Litterati. You want to wait on that one? No, all 3?
Let's do Litterati, yeah.
Go for it. Dumpster, garbage Olympics, Litterati.
I think the only thing listed on here that we're not voting on, if I'm correct, is the surveillance cameras.
Correct.
You are correct.
Okay. So yes, that.
Dumpster, all in favor? Any opposed? Seeing none, dumpster for ESPlin is approved. Garbage Olympics line item based on previous budgets for that event. Vote to approve. Any opposed? Seeing none, approved by commission, and our very good deal on the Litterati license. Vote to approve. Any opposed? Seeing none. Thank you all. Look at that. We filled in some of those boxes. It's like Tetris. Good work. All right. Up next on our agenda today is a discussion of the Clean Pittsburgh Commission annual report from Chris Mitchell. Thank you so much.
All right, so our 2021 annual report, Alicia had a lot of great notes that we were able to start putting into the format here. We haven't shared this out with everybody yet, but I did want to just kind of, you know, this is not finalized. We especially want our member organization inputs on their, let me just share my screen so I know what I'm talking about. So this will look very similar to our previous year in review messages. We're waiting on Alicia and Rachel to craft their message from the co-chairs. We have our member organization, our members right here, same as last year. We have updates on Garbage Olympics, Litterati. I wanted to give a lot more space to the programs coming specifically out of CPC funding and CPC collaborative work. So we've got the Clean Pittsburgh Commission, the camera pilot, Pick Up PGH, which Alicia is going to write for me, collection events that we have sponsored through vouchers. And lastly, we need kind of the 2, 3, 4 sentences from each of our member organizations here about what they've been up to this year, sort of independently of the CPC. It's just a nice for everybody to know what we've all done. We've got Allegheny Cleanways gave us their statistics and things like that. Environmental Services, we have statistics for. Just any programs you've got going on this past year that you're proud of and want to talk up, please send those over as soon as possible. I will send this out to everybody. We probably still have a few things left to finalize, but this will hopefully be finalized by the end of next week. So we'll send out this email and with those specific asks, as well as the asks for the newsletter. Myrna, I see your hand up.
Did you want us to also report on the Pickup PGH? So the recipients of the Pickup PGH, was that this year or was that technically last year? Like, tell me what you want us to do and we'll do it.
I think Myrna, Allegheny Cleanways has already come through. We've got your information, and I think the Pickup PGH will cover that section will cover both you guys and OBB, which we've got all the stats for already.
Okay.
So we just kind of want to give a very quick, like 1 paragraph review of that, and we already have everything we need for that. So
awesome.
What we're looking for is it looks like we need Pennsylvania Resources Council, Grounded Strategies, University of Pittsburgh, and PLI, and maybe one from DOMI as well. And that will fill out our last page of our member organizations. Is there any other organization I'm forgetting? Maybe Waste Management wants to be in here as well. Anything you've got to share? But we'll send out our reminder today about that, and we'll finish it up by the end of the next week. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Chris. Good work. Annual report's done in first quarter. It's amazing.
Oh, that's great. Good, awesome job.
Okay. We're gonna move over to member organization updates. But really quickly, before we do, I just want to say, I want to thank Chris and everyone on the ballot bin subcommittee for all of the work that has been done on that over this month. We have an info sheet and some information about the program and some connections made with nighttime economy. I never say those words right, yada, yada, yada. So those are in process. And action is being taken behind the scenes on that. So I just want to make sure that everybody remembers that all of that is going moving forward, and it's fun. So fun. Yeah, member organization updates. That's all that just a resident has to say. So who wants to go next? Yay!
Me. Hi. I will hit the ground running. Again, environmental services. Hi, my name is Amaye. I have a whole list. I wanted to say, thank you guys for being patient with us, but we've chosen a vendor for our e-waste and HHW, bringing the program back. I don't know if we can talk about it publicly yet, but you'll be hearing about it soon. And yeah, so contracts, that's where we are. Let's cross our fingers, right? For smooth processing. We've also been working behind the scenes with our funder for our bins, the Recycling Partnership, with Recycle Source, our materials recovery facility, to begin accepting number 5s again. The market has demanded it, right? And we all see those. I think I get like Asian food in them. These like they're like the clamshell kind, a little bit of a harder plastic, polypropylene. So we are getting our, getting a better relationship with our MRF, and helping them find some funding for better sorting equipment so we can capture that material. Trees were collected, mulch is coming very soon. So yeah, the Christmas tree thing was pretty successful this year, collection, that's what it's called, yes. So 2,000 or so trees left at Highland Park in the zoo laydown area, and tons more trees collected from our divisions. So yeah, the mulch is coming soon. Sit ready, get excited, mulch your tomatoes. Yes. Yeah, I don't even know what that note is. But yeah, also speaking about Picker PGH, the partner, in addition to Allegheny Cleanways, OBB, Operation Better Block, is holding a collection on the 26th of March. You have the RSVP, and I can share out that flyer via email after this. It's from 10 to 1. I think that's a Saturday on the 26th of March. And I have a list. Internship, we're looking for interns for the summer. I think we have 2, but I guess we can, take more depending on what the interest is. But I think it's been posted on LinkedIn. I might have seen it there, but it's been posted by our HR department. And I don't know, Chris, where is it posted? Where can people share it?
I tried to get it posted on the city's careers page and never heard back from them. So
okay,
we'll go ahead and get it out ourselves on the Clean Pittsburgh Commission page, because I was just waiting for them to do that and they never did. So I'll have that posted by today. Why not? I've already got the materials for it ready to go.
Cool. Thank you. And so, yeah, we got a preview of the Act 101 revisions by PRC. They look pretty great. We're trying to connect them with other things that the state said they would do, to try to build a better case for state holding up their end of the bargain as far as helping cities handle recycling and waste and litter and all that great stuff. So we hope to provide full support after revisions, or not, brief suggestions or whatever. And then one last thing for fun, we are trying to do a Waffle Wednesday at Environmental Services, as things might be getting safer. Thanks CDC, removed those guidelines, right? So yeah, Wednesdays morning in general, stop by, come get a waffle at Environmental Services in the Strip District. We'd love to see you. So that's just let us know you're coming, but we'll have some waffles available, freshly made. But I think that is it, pending this note I can't read. So maybe I'll have something else that follows up, but like it's a mess. But yeah, thank you guys, Environmental Services. Hi, bye.
That's exciting. Good stuff. I also have a list. So should I go next? Is that okay? All right. So I being Allegheny Cleanways, I should say. Let's see, this 13th, so I think that's Sunday, maybe. As part of our Pickup PGH work in East Hills, we'll be doing a big cleanup in East Hills Park. And then on the 15th, our Litter League registration opens. And I'm not sure if you all remember Litter League last year was our kickoff. And it was initially meant just for corporate groups, more community groups signed up. And so this year, what we've done is we have 2 different leagues. We have a neighborhood league and a corporate league, and the neighborhood league is free. So last year they ended up getting charged because that was how it was set up, because it was really set up for corporate groups. But we're looking for corporate sponsors who have some, so that it'll make the Litter League free for neighborhood groups within the city of Pittsburgh. So it's actually not just within the city of Pittsburgh, but for purposes of the Clean Pittsburgh Commission, it is the city of Pittsburgh. And then, of course, we have the dumpster day in ESPlin on the 18th. And then on the 26th, we have 2 big cleanups happening in the same area. We have a big dump busters cleanup, or a big, it's litter and dumping along Negley Run Boulevard on March 26th. And at the same time, we're going to be doing a storm drain sweep in Larimer through our Great Keepers program. And then lastly, on April 2nd, we have a litter walk in Brookline. And our litter walks are a little different than just a regular neighborhood cleanup. There's someone from the neighborhood leading, telling a little bit about the neighborhood, and we all kind of walk together through the neighborhood picking up litter. So it's both a little bit of a tour of the neighborhood and a cleaning project. That's it for us. Thanks.
Really quickly, I think ESPlin's on the 19th, or else I need to change it on my calendar.
That could easily be. I don't know.
It's on Saturday, right? Like 1 week from this Saturday on March 19th.
That is correct.
Yes.
Okay.
And I said the 18th, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
For PRC, sorry, go ahead, Myrna.
Well, just one last thing. Just in general, we're giving out litter kits still, so anyone who needs a litter kit can contact us. So, thanks. Sorry, Sarah, go ahead.
You're totally good. The main thing I was going to say for PRC, we're announcing our regional collection schedule today. Our first event will actually be in the city of Pittsburgh. It's going to be April 16th. It's a household chemical collection, and it's in the Hill District. It's partnered with the Penguins and the PPG Paints Arena. So that'll be the first one to come up. Anybody's able to register, city, non-city residents, but that will start the soonest. And then besides that, just we're finally getting back to in-person workshops for backyard composting and rain barrels. So we're very excited to be back in person and a handful of things. But yeah, those are kind of our main stuff going on. And I am excited for next weekend, and it doesn't look like it's going to snow next Saturday. So we should be good to be out in the parking lot. Yeah, it's not supposed to. We'll see. That's all.
I can give a quick update on Grounded Strategies' behalf. We are getting closer and closer to our spring kickoff for community care, looking towards a May starting time. So we'll be sharing out lots of work days with our stewards. So if you're part of our volunteer digest, you'll get those automatic newsletters, but we'll be working with stewards in Wilkinsburg, the Hill District, Homewood, and Larimer.
Thank you, Becca. Thank you, everyone. Anybody else have a member organization update?
I can give
These
one.
are
My
all-
dog is whining in the background, so forgive her.
Hi,
um, this is Erin from the Parks Conservancy. We have a bunch of events happening in April. We've expanded our Earth Day celebrations out of Frick Park. We no longer do the big festival at the Frick Environmental Center, but we do Earth Month. So our goal each year for the past couple of years has been to reach every council district, and we've achieved that through both stewardship and programming events. So we have over 40 events scheduled between free programming throughout the city and also stewardship events. And one of those stewardship events is my favorite event of the year. It's called What the Muck, and it is cleaning out Lake Elizabeth and Allegheny Commons on the north side. And this event has grown from 15 volunteers to, I think this year we're going to have over 75 or 80 over the course of the 3 days. And it's April 5th, 6th, and 9th. And a couple years ago, Allegheny Clean Waste joined the event, and they've made it 10 million times better because we now have a bagless event. So we're cleaning up the muck at the bottom of this lake that is a combination of leftovers from the geese and animals and debris that have broken down at the bottom of the lake. So you can imagine it's pretty gross, and add litter into that. And it's really fun. It sounds gross because it is, but it's also really fun. And so shout out to Myrna and her team for making the event so much better. And that's open to the public. And so, yep, that's what's going on with the Parks Conservancy in April.
These are all amazing opportunities, volunteer opportunities. We'll be sending out the solicitation for the newsletter directly after this meeting. This next newsletter will be me and Emily working on it together before she gets fully handed off the whole thing. So I'm excited for details on all this stuff and how everybody can get involved and what we can put in there for everybody. Thank you. If we don't, do we have any other member organizations? There's one last thing I'd like to bring up is that we have had a number of resignations from the Clean Pittsburgh Commission from all these amazing people who have worked here for so long, and we are so thankful for their contributions, their viewpoints, everything they've brought to the commissions. We know the past couple of years have had a lot of people taking on more responsibilities in their day-to-day lives that left less room for the Clean Pittsburgh Commission, and it wasn't easy for anybody to give up this great group of people. And we just want to thank all of them, Rachel and Kelly and Alicia. Alicia has written a very nice resignation letter with all the things she learned from being on the commission, and lots of pictures of everybody doing all the great work that they do. So we'll be sending that out to everybody as well. But I just wanted to take a second and thank all of them for all their hard work.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everyone. Okay. Unless there's anything else that we need to go over, I think we're ready for a motion to adjourn.
I'll motion.
Oh, thank you. Oh my, I just say it really slow until someone like does the thing. Like,
I'll second.
Oh.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. That is your Clean Pittsburgh Commission meeting for March 10th. Next month, we will be here on April 14th, I believe. And that's it. Thank you so much. Keep an eye on your email inbox because we'll be there. And we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.